Oh, thank you so much. No one spoke about the buffness of the lads on stage. James Johnston, we might call him by another name a few different times this morning because we like to give people nicknames on our show. Only on Live DB, baby. Well, let's see if we can generate a few more of those expletives by talking about football this morning. We're going to jump into what can only be described as an electrifying Champions League quarter-final stage. Paris Saint-Germain overcame Barcelona 4-1, securing a spot in the semis, and Kylian Mbappe's double. It really did lead the charge, showcasing PSG's attacking prowess, or at least his. Meanwhile, Borussia Dortmund continued their incredible season, staging a stunning comeback, defeating Atletico Madrid 4-2 to advance with sheer pig-headedness, determination. Mitch Machana is here. The man who can do everything. The man who can do absolutely everything at the moment. Look at you, man. You're having the season of your life at the moment, bud. So I'm glad we can play a little part of that. Let's talk about last night's footy. PSG, there has been a lot of talk about the club for all the wrong reasons for a couple of months now, and Kylian Mbappe has been at the heart of a lot of that. It didn't look like a lack of commitment last night. It didn't look like a team that doesn't have the sting at the end of the tail. It looked like a class outfit. Talk us through that performance last night.
Yeah, look, I mean, all credit goes out to PSG. I think they were the team that were just lethal in attack. They were all out against Barcelona. And plus, playing away from home after the result that they had last week, I mean, they were determined. You saw Kylian, show up with those 2 goals. But I was really impressed by the young left winger, Bukola. What a play. Listen, he was so electrifying down that left wing. I think he was the real spark in that PSG attack. Ousmane Dembele as well. He got a goal and 2 assists. I mean, he was previously part of Barcelona. So you could hear the boos every single time he touched the ball. But he showed up last night. He
delivered. I just felt like there was a lot in it.
Yeah.
And maybe partly because of Kylian's story. And maybe you've got to hand it to the other players on that pitch to just get stuck in and kind of keep that out of their minds. What does this say about his future at the club? I know it's just one game, one performance, but it's a pivotal moment. He looked committed. It doesn't look like a player who's fishing to move to another club, but clearly there's interest, man.
But I mean, look, so an interview came out, he did the presser and he said, you know what, this doesn't change his decision moving forward. I think we are looking at Kylian Mbappe's farewell tour, if I'm being honest with you, Graham.
So he just wants to prove who he is,
Exactly, and plus, he'll retire, he'll go on top if he does win the Champions League with PSG. It's been something that they've been wanting for years now. Neymar couldn't do it, Ronaldinho couldn't do it. Could Kylian Mbappe do it?
How much have they spent in pursuit of this dream, do you think? How many billions? How many billions?
A couple.
So maybe that then kind of highlights what you've got to do to be able to achieve European success based on the current criteria. A criteria that Barcelona seem maybe about 20 years behind. Something isn't clicking for that team, and they were patting themselves in the back last week, saying, "Yeah, look, we can still compete in Europe. We're still okay. We're okay." Didn't look like that last night. What's not happening at that camp, right?
Look, I think last night was a case of there weren't enough cool heads. Because, I mean, you expect Barcelona to control the tempo. That's, their heritage.
Keep the ball,
And they weren't keeping the ball as much. They were threatening an attack. I mean, the 17-year-old, I think the Spanish authorities need to check his ID because Lamine Yamal is not 17. He plays with the maturity of a 27-year-old who's been playing this game, and he was the bright spark. I know Barcelona went down to 10 men with that red card, but if he stayed on, I think he would have been quite the difference, even if Barcelona went down to 10,
Well, I mean, these guys play with authority because they started when they were like 2.5 or maybe 1.
Exactly.
And they started captaining by 3, and then, they're on their way. Let's look at the other draw. Atletico Madrid going down to Borussia Dortmund on aggregate. Borussia Dortmund having the time of their lives at the moment. Really good performance.
Look, it's vibes, because in the Bundesliga, Bayer Leverkusen has secured that.
Hey, what an incredible season. Can we just tip our heads? Because they've been called, Neverkusen for as long as I've known them. So
And now it's never losing. So shout out to Xabi Alonso.
Incredible.
But I think Dortmund have said goodbye to the Bundesliga and they put all their eggs in the basket in the Champions League. They've been doing so well. They defeated PSV and now they moved on over to Atletico Madrid. I mean, Atletico Madrid's known to be defensively, you know, quite resolute.
Quite Italian.
But the Dortmund attack was just so incredible last night. It was exciting to see how some of the young players, some of the lone players also stepped up to do the business.
Because it's European glory, man.
Of course.
It's European glory. Looking forward to tonight. Could it not be better poised? We've got a 2-all aggregate, Arsenal Bayern. 3-all aggregate, City Real Madrid. Oh, my word. I suppose, I mean, Harry Kane, I love you, kid. Good luck to you tonight. Let's talk about City and Real Madrid.
Look, I don't have a great track record coming here on Expresso and talking about my Real Madrid. Every single time I've come here, I've come the next day and we've lost. So hopefully things change.
Do you want me to get up and go to the bathroom and come? That's normally when Spurs win or score a goal. It's when I leave to go and fetch a brew or something like that. I could do it for you, man. This is what the UEFA Champions League was created for, yeah?
Yeah. Look, it's heritage. Real Madrid City, it's been one of those rivalries in Europe that's been brewing over the past couple of years. I think Real go to the Etihad not winning. They've never won there. So there's a lot of history in there where City last season beat them 4-1. It's a new Real team with Jude Bellingham at the helm. We're going to have to see what happens, man.
Unfortunately, I think over this weekend, City just found their 6th gear. So it's going to be some tough beating. But Carl, who is going to win tonight?